I'm Dave Yearwood, your host this week for another great round of wrestling action here in the PWI. And today, normally you hear with me my co-host Dallas James. But in the ring at this moment, you see Billy Newton, and the man he is going to face is Dallas James, emerging there from the dressing room, ready to make his way into the first match of today's show. Dallas James will be joining me a little later on here, I think, at ringside. But right now, you can see the fire in his eyes, the firebrand in his eyes. And as he's walking in there with it, bringing to ringside here a new tool, looks to be a branding iron there from the Wildside Ranch. Wildside Trident. Not sure. Well, maybe I've got an idea what I think he might be wanting to utilize that for, and Billy Newton might have a little forewarning here as the referee tells him to get that on out of the ring. Dallas James coming out with fire in his eyes, ready to get going here in singles action on PWI Championship Wrestling. Got a lot of good matches here in store for you today, but up first, we'll see Dallas James getting checked over. Well, referee already having some words here with Dallas James. Already to count him out here before the bell even gets rolling. And now action's ready, underway here. Dallas James and Billy Newton out of Kansas City. And a man from the Wild Side. Billy Newton takes Dallas into the corner. Referee calls for a break. Billy Newton backs off, and Dallas ready to have at him. Referee holds Dallas. Again, Newton backs him into the corner. The referee comes over. Counts a break apart, and Dallas shoves him back. Newton takes him down, returns it, puts Dallas on the floor. And again, Billy Newton backs off, and Dallas James having some words with the referee. Dallas needs to focus his attention away from the referee and the fans at ringside and focus in on Billy Newton. Again, the two hook up in the middle, and now Dallas working some leverage on armbar here, taking Newton down to one knee, coming across on the elbow. Left elbow across Newton's left elbow again. Dallas working on the arm, and Newton reverses here, takes it back, and returns with a volley of smashes to James's left elbow. Dallas now working across the back of Billy Newton, takes him down to the canvas. Sets him up off the ropes. Takes a vicious clothesline, and you can see the grimace on the face of Billy Newton as he lies there on the canvas. Dallas taunting him now as he tries to make his way back up. Again, no, takes him outside the ring, over the middle rope. Dallas has Newton on the outside. Billy Newton going to the hard concrete floor here at ringside. Over in front of a little bit of the Dallas James contention here in the PWI. And Dallas James making his way back into the ring. Dallas James in here today. You're seeing him in a singles match. You know, again, we're seeing Dallas James without a partner. Well, right now, Billy Newton seems to be working on Dallas James. But Dallas James, nice clothesline delivered by Newton, takes Dallas James to the mat. One count. Kick out by Dallas James. Dallas James in there. And as I was saying, singles action, having lost the PWI Tag Team Championship belts, Dallas James again forced outside to look again for a partner. Neck breaker set up there by Dallas James, taking the knee across the forehead of Billy Newton. A lot of punishment has been dealt out here by the former tag team champion, setting Billy Newton up. Hogue ready to take him up and over, and Newton raises the boot to the chest of Dallas James. 2 count there by the referee. Newton going for a quick cover, but it's going to take more than a quick one on Dallas James, and he is going wild, absolutely berserk across the back of Billy Newton. James sets him up. Off the rope. Punishing blow to the stomach, the midsection. James taking him flying leap into the forehead, into the canvas. And Billy Newton looks to really have taken a beating now from Dallas James. This, as we heard in the winter review, this is the move he just likes to finish him off with. Pile driver. I don't think we're going to see Newton get up from this one. Dallas James, again, victorious with that pile driver. The man from the wild side. James. Victorious here in singles action on the PWI. And as I was alluding to, who was Dallas James going? Now what? Fans, I think he's going out there toward, he's picking up the branding iron there, the wild side branding trident as he comes in here. And he's putting the brand into Billy Newton there. Right there you're seeing him. And the referee now counting him out. As Dallas finally breaks away, leaving the wild side brand on the left arm, the bicep of Billy Newton. Fans, why don't you take a look at this replay? I'm going to get over here and talk to my co-host and just see what is on the mind of this maniacally wild wrestler today, Dallas James.
Hello, this is Dave Yearwood, and I'm standing here with the former PWI Tag Team Champion, Dallas James. The PWI fans here want to know, what is your future as a tag team challenger in the PWI?
3 times I've held that belt. Now 3 times I've... Well, I know who Jimmy Jack Hammer is, and I haven't seen this guy in over a year. Bam Bam, what's your business? You want to be my new partner?
Mr. Garvin, like to reply to that?
Listen, you ain't so bad. You ain't all that. Yeah, you lost the belts. You lost the belts because you're not bad enough to keep them. Son, I come from a family of winners. The Garvin name lives on here. How do you think Jimmy and Ronnie, they got where they are? Not from tagging up with punks like you. Son,
to the PWI here with Jimmy Jack Hammer at his side, now viciously attacked Dallas James here unannounced. They were not supposed to be out here. They've come out here, and now they've double clotheslining in the ring. Pandemonium reigns as Bam Bam and Jimmy Jack Hammer go to town working over Dallas James. We saw Dallas James earlier defeat a wrestler here, and as I was talking to him in this interview, now look, is this, it's his brother, Austin. Austin James has now come to the side of his brother Dallas on this brutal attack here at ringside during the interview. Jimmy Jack Hammer, Buddy Garvin, Bam Bam Buddy Garvin attacking Dallas James here on the outside, pulling him into the ring, beating him unmercifully, and to his rescue, his brother, Austin James. I'm not sure if Dallas even knows really what has gone on at this point. Unmercifully beaten by these two wrestlers on the outside, inside the... I was struck with a flying helmet there from Jimmy Jackhammer just on the outside, and now you can see the damage they have left on Dallas James.